look, he wants us to win. Which, I mean, if I was an Oregon player or if I was the coach, I'd be like, look, he's behind us.
True. And while we're talking about national championship game, I actually have that up, so I'll roll right into that too. But new coach for Michigan, that terrible school up north, Jim Harbaugh, says he'll root for Ohio State in national championship game, quote, "I'd rather it be us." Isn't someone from the Big Ten.
Okay.
So that's a fun little fact, is that you actually we're arch nemesis, I guess, if you think about it. But when it comes down to it, you root for someone in your conference. That's like, say if it's the Browns, since they're in the AFC North.
No, yeah.
You have Baltimore in the Super Bowl. Would you root for them because it's in your division?
No.
I mean, if you look at it, though.
I still wouldn't. A rivalry school or a competitive team?
If you look at it, though, you could say you lost to the Super Bowl champs.
I don't care. The Super Bowl champs used to be us.
All right, that's a bad example. What about someone like the Bengals or the Steelers?
No, I hate them.
We hate anybody.
Ohio is
in
Browns
our
country,
division.
baby. Get out.
Ohio's also home of the Bengals, too. Anyway, speaking of Ohio, Oregon, Ohio changed their name to Oregon, Ohio Buckeyes on the Bay, City of Duck Hunters.
Exactly. That's a mouthful.
Huh? Where do you live? Oregon, Ohio Buckeyes on the Bay, City of Duck Hunters.
Do you think they just sat there and can we name our town Buckeye? No, that's already taken. How about Ohio State Buckeyes? No, that's taken. And he just sat there. He kept on just building stuff. Wait a minute. What did you just say? Yeah, no. That one's good. Okay,
Oregon, Ohio Buckeyes on the Bay, City of Duck Hunters. That's what we're going to go with.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it, folks?
Yeah.
What an idiot. I don't care. Why would anyone care about that? I'm a sports fanatic. I don't care about that. You live in Ohio. If you root for Ohio, you're wearing the Ohio State gear, and you live in Oregon, Ohio, who cares?
Okay, it says something here. Something related to the city of Oregon officially adopted its name in 1838 as Oregon Township, which happens to be 21 years before the state of Oregon received its statehood in 1859. The proclamation said, "And the city of Oregon has been petitioned by residents of the city to make it clear that we are not associated with Oregon University Ducks football." So it was kind of stupid naming your name Oregon, Ohio Buckeyes on the Bay, City of Duck Hunters.
Sounds like an episode of Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty.
It really does.
But that just kind of contradicted itself there, but oh well. Anyways, going into the game, players to watch on offense. I'll give you mine. We have Cardale Jones, 12 gauge.
12 gauge.
That's
Ezekiel
still a really
Elliott.
cool name. Okay, yeah.
Devin Smith. Players to watch on offense.
True.
Yours.
Actually, my big one is Ezekiel Elliott. I think with Cardale Jones.
You mean 12 gauge?
12 gauge or whatever you want to call him. I'm expecting kind of the unexpected, but I'm expecting him to struggle in the first. I don't
He's
think
young, I agree.
He's well, you saw it in the Bama game. I think it's going to be a lot similar start, but I also think they're going to be able to kind of match Ohio State score-wise. So the big question is, what can the defense do? I think we physically have to stop them around 5 times, and I think we need to get 2 turnovers.
Okay, we'll get back to defense after Chris gives us his players to watch on offense. And Mike, if you want to pitch in, go ahead.
I'm going to have to say Elliott and Smith because I see, like you said, Cardale Jones struggling maybe the first half. Still decent amount, maybe if we have the lead or we're only trailing by a few. But then I start seeing him to start stepping up like he did in the Bama game, going into halftime and finish out strong.
Okay. Mike, do you want to pitch in? Players to watch on offense for Ohio State.
I'm going to go with Cardale
Jones.
Cardale Jones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
can hear you. It's wonky today for some reason.
Hold on, got to turn my volume up.
That was the problem. That's why he hasn't been talking.
Okay. Cardale Jones. you want to. He's 2-0 in his big games as a starter. You got to get this kid a chance. He could be our next starter next year if Braxton Miller don't come back, or if JT Barrett is not healthy enough, or whatever he does though. But I got to go with Cleveland zone Cordell Jones.
Okay. Anyone else to look out on offense?
Elliott.
Okay.
I got to go with Elliott. What he did in that Alabama game, it just surprised me. And
Monster like
but
stance.
I think Elliott is going to run through that defense. Alabama had a good defense going, but couldn't stop him, though. But Elliott's he's going all over the place.
Okay. Players to watch on defense, my two. Joey Bosa and Michael Bennett. The two guys on the defensive line. Those are my two so far. You could probably throw in the cornerbacks, but those are the top two because if you want to stop the run, those are going to be your guys.
I am just going to say this. Who was ever just keeping an eye on Mariota? If that is whoever has the quarterback spy role, whoever drops back, be that Bennett or whoever, right? Bosa, whatever. But I think it's going to be who can contain him, who can make him. It's going to be who can make him throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball as well as people, I think, expect him to. I think that's how we win. We have to contain him. We have to keep him in the backfield.
Okay. And if they take out Mariota altogether, we don't know their backup for Oregon.
No. Oh, my goodness.
You don't know him
just
by
imagine.
name, so, I mean, if he gets injured, next one up, you don't know him.
If he gets injured, is this almost an unwatchable game?
I think so. It has to be.
I'd have to agree.
And that's the same with Ohio State. If something was to happen, is there a fourth-string quarterback?
Probably.
There has to be.
There probably is. I wouldn't be surprised, and he'll probably do just fine.
Probably. I guess.
I've seen 3 backups. I mean, I've seen two backups. Why would I not think we'd be fine?
That's crazy.
Here, throw the punter in there.
That's probably our fourth back.
I was going to say, I think that is like, if you get down to your fourth, I think it is the punter.
That's how it is for NFL.
Yeah.
Anyways, while I remember, why do I keep on saying while I remember? I'm like acting like I have short-term memory.
You just lost.
You do.
I guess. But anyways, remember going back a couple weeks ago that it was Braxton Miller, JT Barrett. Is it a possibility Miller leaves? No, it's a possibility you have 3 quarterbacks. Who are you going to stick with? What's going to be in the playbook next year? It's something to look forward to. There's going to be mixtures in games that you're going to use all 3 quarterbacks if Miller does stay, which he's saying he does. Personally, but there's media out there saying that he might go to Duke, Florida State, whatever.
Now I would have to see maybe he would go to Florida State.
But he already shot down the rumors, so we have to see what happens.
He may think about it though. Since Jameis is declared for the draft, I don't even know who their second string is. So he may go there and be the starter at Florida State.
Who knows? Anyways, since you are talking, how about your players to watch on D?
I'm going to have to say the whole defense. Every man on that field during the game for defense is the people to watch out for because you got to stop Marcus Mariota and their fast-paced offense. They run
15 seconds.
In less than 10 seconds. So you got to be energized and fueled up every minute of this game.
Right. Mike, your players to watch out for on D?
I'm going to go with Bennett.
Bennett? Okay.
I have to go with Bennett. I think he's, I don't know reason, because, I'm not going to say this on air, though, but yeah, that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think Chris also brought up a great point. It's the fast-paced offense of Oregon. I'd almost want to say you want to look at, like, the backups.
Right.
I think there's going to be a lot of in and outs. I think you almost have to just to slow them down. If it is like, oh, okay, no, we're come here, you come there, you go down there, and I think it's going to be
a great play.
Yeah, right.
you got to have plays set.
Yeah,
before them.
I think
exactly.
Hey, next play, you're subbing in for him. Before they have their next play, you have 3 plays before their second play.
Right,
yeah, this. It's really funny. I think Urban Meyer, coaching-wise, might have an easier time than let's just say the defensive coordinator.
Right.
I think a defensive coordinator does have to be the mastermind.
But do you think maybe
chess player
Urban Meyer this game kind of steps it up and goes, okay, these guys call plays 15 seconds apart. We're going to have to come up with some kind of hand signals. I think Meyer's not going to just step back and be like, okay, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, you do your thing. I think he's going to help out for the play calls. What's going to be next? How are we going to be fast-paced? What's going on?
Yeah, like I see him having, like when they go out for the first play on defense, he's going to have 2 plays ran already.
Oh, right, exactly.
Like real fast-paced. Before they even know what theirs are, he's going to have he's going to be like, all right, this is outside linebacker blitz. Then this play coming up next. You guys pick which one you want to do first.
Exactly.
And if you pick that one, then this is going to be the second one.
I agree with that. Anyways, we hear the music. We know what that means. We're going to break. You're listening to Sports Insiders. You can follow us on Twitter at Sports Insiders OH.
I-O.
Why not? And we are on allsportscleveland.com. Any sport,
Anytime,
anywhere. And when we get back, we will be playing a new game called Take It to the Bank.
Ooh.
Are you looking for individualized attention as you pursue an exciting career in the broadcasting industry? The Ohio Center for Broadcasting offers an individual attention with a maximum of 30 students per class. Attending a 2 or 4 year college could find you in huge lecture halls filled with anywhere between 50 and 250 students. Take the next step in your future. Call 216-503-5900 to schedule your visit to the Ohio Center for Broadcasting today, where broadcasting careers begin.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
It was a moment that changed my life.
It was still at the heart of the storm when we arrived in a convoy of Humvees.
These people had been there for hours, all scared and on the verge of hypothermia.
We dug them out and got them home safely.
That's what we train for, moments like this.
In the Guard, you serve your community as well as your country. Go to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Ohio National Guard. Aired by the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
As Bruce Wayne once said,
a hero can be anyone, even a man doing something as simple and reassuring as putting a coat around a little boy's shoulder to let him know that he isn't alone in the world.
Do you feel that with great power comes great responsibility? Are you interested in changing kids' lives by giving them hope? Then perhaps you should consider being a hero. Superheroes to Kids in Ohio continues to make costume visits to children's hospitals, special needs centers, and various charitable events whenever they are needed, all in an attempt to bring a few smiles to kids and people in need of hope. You can find out more at superheroes2kidsinOhio.com.
WAGS for Warriors is a non-profit-based organization in Northeast Ohio, started to help servicemen and women that have been affected by their combat experience. WAGS for Warriors works with local rescue organizations to match veterans with an appropriate dog and provide all the training and support for the dog at no cost to the veteran. Follow us on Facebook for event information or call us at 330-285-3941. And remember, the war may be over for them, but the battle has just begun.
Go, money talk.
Here comes the money.
Why do I want this?
Yeah.
Because I want to make bank, bro.
It's time to take it to the bank.
You had to be joking, man. Very nice. I like it. I approve of it.
One-upsmanship?
I wouldn't go that far, my man.
You got to hear the second one,
Touche.
then.
Yeah,
you have to hear the second one.
Yeah, no, I'll say touche. Throwing in one of my favorite movies of all time.
Like that was just I want to make bank,
bro.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I go to Chris and I'm like, because I was setting that all up, and I'm like, I want to make bank, bro. And I'm like, isn't that from Step Brothers? And I'm like, all right, I'm throwing that in there.
I was in there when he made both of these commercials.
How much Step Brothers?
Oh no,
not that was the only one.
That's the only one, but the second one is it's up there to laugh at too. Trust me.
Okay, let me ask you this: how much Will Ferrell is in it?
Not much,
but it's still hilarious.
No, you're gonna be surprised with the next one.
All right.
Anyways, take it to the bank. We have I'll start it off.
Well, explain what Take It to a Bank is.
We had Pick'em in the show in the past, right?
Yeah, correct.
That's what we're going with, but instead it's going to be the game of the week.